Hello and welcome back to Diecast Graveyard. My name is Paul. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to work on a Hot Wheels Stutz. Now the original car was made from 1971 to 1987. The Hot Wheels version was made from 1980 to 1999. So we're going to do a Restomod of this Hot Wheels Stutz car. I'm not a big fan of the tampos that are used in this car. It's just too much like circus designs or something like that, but that's just my opinion. We're going to try and make this look more like an original car with a Spectre Flame paint job and without those gaudy tampos that are on there. So sit back and relax, grab your favorite adult beverage, and join in today as we do a Restomod on this Hot Wheels Stutz car. This is going to be a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and get started. I appreciate your watching the video.
It's time to start the autopsy.
I've already drilled out the post, so let's take the car apart and see what we have here. Here's the body. Like I said, I'm not crazy about these tampos that they have on the car, so that's going to be one of the first things to go. But the body overall is in pretty good shape. We're going to polish it up with flitz, make it look great. Here's the base. Now the wheels themselves aren't in that bad a condition either, but we got the black walls on there. But we're going to put some real nice looking real riders on there. That'll be great. That's looking cool. Glass is in pretty good shape. We'll have to clean that up. And here's the interior. We'll clean that up also. Let's move on.
Meanwhile, back in the graveyard.
Here we got the body ready to go into the citrus strip, or as I like to call it, the embalming fluid. We need to strip off all the paint because I want to get down to the bare metal here. Because like I said, we're going to prepare this for some beautiful Spectre Flame paint. Get a real good coat on there, knock off all the excess, and then set it on some kind of a tray so you can see when it's all done being bubbled off. We'll just set that aside. We got it all cleaned off. Now we're going to use the flitz. Just use a little bit of the flitz. You don't need a whole bunch on there because if you put too much, all you're going to do is waste the product. So put a little bit on there, spread it all over the car, and get your polishing bonnet ready to go. Put it on low, and let's speed this up so we can watch the magic with the flitz. If you're getting anything out of these videos whatsoever, make sure you mash that like button and hit that subscribe button. This lets me know what I need to do for you as far as videos that come up. But it also says thank you to me, and it lets YouTube know to guide people to my videos. So mash that like button and hit that subscribe button. You're really doing me a favor by doing that. Now's a good time to be having some of that delicious adult beverage that you have. This is really polishing up nice. If you need a little bit more flitz, go ahead and put some more on there. That's looking super. Now all we have to do is scrub it down with some degreaser, and that'll be ready for some paint. Man, that looks nice. Just a little bit of touch up here and there too. Okay, we got it all degreased with the Zep degreaser. Now the first Spectre Flame paint, or the paint we're going to put down for the base, is Spectre Flame Brown. Make sure that you get up inside the fender wells and all the hard to reach places first. Then you're going to put a mist coat all the way around, or as we call it, a tack coat. You put the light tack coat on there, and then you let it set for approximately 15 minutes. And then you put on another tack coat and do the same thing. And then eventually you'll put on a nice saturation coat and you'll get your color. Now, if you put on too much too soon, it's going to run on you. So just do it in the small layers like I suggest, and your paint jobs will turn out fantastic. And there's today's tip from your Uncle Paulie. Now remember, with the Spectre Flame paints, the more paint you put down, the darker your color is going to get. So once you get to the color that you want, you need to stop. We're going to let this set overnight because we're going to paint the roof on this car too, but we need to let those colors harden overnight. Let's move on.
Meanwhile, back in the graveyard.
As that car sits in the little box there so we don't get any dust on it, we're going to change out the wheels. Now these wheels are in pretty good shape, but I want something a little bit nicer, especially for the Stutz car here, which is it looks like a luxury car, or was considered a luxury car. Now many celebrities had these, and while the real ones were being made, there was only approximately 500 of these things made, so they are quite rare. Well, we got these real riders. I got them off a donor car that I had. Once we get them all centered up inside the base there, we're going to put some super glue down. And we're going to glue these in place. Now remember that when you're putting on the regular super glue like this, as it dries, it's going to give off fumes. So you don't want this anywhere near your plastic, like your windshields or anything like that, because it will give off fumes and it will put a coating of like white dust on there, and it's very hard to get it off. So let it dry and let it harden out in the open. Trying to make sure that they're centered. You may have to take a file and put an additional groove inside the center of the body there, or the base, to make sure that those wheels are laying flat. That's looking pretty good. We still need to let that harden and let that glue off gas. But those wheels are going to look perfect for this build. Looking great. Now we've let the body set overnight and it hardened up really good. We got it taped off, and we're going to make the roof white. Make it look like a white vinyl roof. Here I'm using some blue painter's tape because it gives the least amount of resistance. When you go to pull the tape off the car, it won't peel the paint off. But there's several brands out there, like from Tamiya and other companies, that work extremely well with situations like this. Now that looks absolutely beautiful. It's exactly what I'm going for here. That looks really sweet. This is going to turn out nice. Here we have all the pieces. Here we've got the body with a custom Spectre Flame Brown paint job and the white roof. That looks fantastic. Very happy with the way that turned out. Here's the base with those Real Rider tires on there. A little bit of detail on the headlights, the grille. The wheels look fantastic. Here's the glass all cleaned up. And here's the interior all cleaned up. Let's put everything together and give my creation life.
Lies! Lies! Do you hear me? Give my creation life!
And here's what we started with, this Hot Wheels Stutz. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is it looks like the headlights are not touching the car, which it actually is not. They do protrude from the car. Now, some people said, oh, that really sucks on the craftsmanship. But that's the way the car is made. The headlights do tend to jut out from the real car, and they do on the Hot Wheels car also. But we took the car apart, we evaluated what we had, we stripped all the paint off, and then those hideous, my God, those hideous tampos that are on there, we got rid of those. And we put a nice custom paint job on there. We've also did some real nice rail riders and painted the roof to make it look like a white vinyl roof. Now, this was a lot of fun, and I truly enjoyed it. And it's really cool when you can take a Hot Wheels car or a Matchbox or whatever and make yourself a really nice custom. And this is what we got to. Look how beautiful this car turned out. I am super, super happy with this. And it looks like a real version of the Stutz car. Now, like I always say, folks, you can do this too. Get yourself some cars, some main lines, and then practice your painting skills, practice putting in your wheels, doing wheel swaps, etc. And if you have any questions, you can always watch some of the videos I have, and there's plenty of them out there for sure. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I do read every single comment, I promise you. I try to get back to the ones where I need to answer the questions. And like I said, hit that like button, mash that subscribe button if you got anything out of this video. This was a super time today, and I truly enjoyed it, and I hope you did too. We got a whole bunch more videos coming out, and a lot more other topics coming up, especially with the 4 horsemen, etc., and the super huge ginormous build-off, which right now is in phase 4. And that's going to be a lot of fun, but wait till you see phase 5. That's going to be incredible. I'm glad you joined me today on Diecast Graveyard. Again, my name is Paul. Go ahead, subscribe, and you'll find out when we got more videos coming out. This was a lot of fun, and I truly enjoyed making the videos for you. Let's have a nice, great week here, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care, and cheers.